Hi, and welcome to Batman the Telltale Series. This is my very first Telltale game, and I'm super excited to get straight into it. From what I've seen, it looks beautiful, and I just love the art style. So let's go and let's begin our adventure. Oh, I can select a bat tech color, blue, red, yellow, or purple. I kind of like the purple and the blue. Maybe I should just close my eyes and just see which one I land on. Yellow. I've landed on yellow. Okay, let's go for it. Yellow it is. Thanks a lot, game. I wanted purple. This game series adapts to the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play. I love games like this. Wow. City Hall, 8:32 p.m. Okay, security guard. Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hey, what are you?
Oh. Bye, Pat. That's not good. Poor Pat. Whoa. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Get it open. On it.
Who are these guys?
Hey, you think he's gonna show? You bring the whole goddamn place down. Stay focused. We'll be out of here before anyone can stop us.
I don't know who these guys are, but they're obviously bad. Whoa. The sounds are beautiful. Oh no.
Christ.
Move in.
Oh.
Hell?
Oh dear. Oh dear. I knew that would happen. Oh my god.
Gordon. They're on the 52nd floor.
50
I'm going
seconds.
Hey, wait! Wait for backup!
Don't need it.
That must
Take the
be...
stairs.
I heard stories, you know. Sent 3 home in an ambulance. The rest in body bags.
No wonder the cops want him dead.
Hey, you ever seen him?
Yeah, Gotham Zoo. With all the other flying animals.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. There's our Batman. Oh, he's cool. Look at the yellow. Come on. What is that? Whoa, a grappling gun, I think. Whoa. Oh, that I think we've been spotted. Huh? Oh, wow. Oh. Amazing. Wow. I don't think so. Oh! Oh, that was a dream.
Bruce, you can't keep doing this.
I have to.
Was it a dream?
No one else will.
Every drop of blood, everything you've sacrificed. The city is safer now. It's made you a target. And people will keep you in the crosshairs until you're shot out of the sky.
I can handle it.
Oh, ouch. Poor Bruce. Oh, this is a flashback.
The hell'd he go? Whatever got in, don't let it get out.
We won't let you guys get out. I love the breathing sounds of in the mask. Oh, oh, oh!
What's that?
That's cool. That's so cool. Oh, what? Batman just did that in that time? That's amazing. Oh, he is so cool. Oh. Use... Okay. I didn't do that very well. That was terrible, but it still worked. Wow.
Back to back, circle up!
Wow. Oh, what's he got? A bomb. A smoke grenade? Yeah, I think so. Whoa. How is he doing this? This is amazing. He's so cool. You guys aren't going to get out of here, that's for sure. The Batarang. I'll try my best. Wow. Oh, look at them. That's actually quite pretty.
I know you're trying to create a myth, but be careful you don't turn into a monster.
Sometimes you need a monster.
So that's Alfred, his butler. Oh, oh, oh! These quick time things. I'm not very good at them. Oh no, I dropped my gun. Yikes. Whoa. I do like the fighting with the quick time elements, and I think I'll get better at them eventually. I can see my bat symbol on the left has turned bright yellow. I'm not too sure why. Oh boy. Wow. Whoa. This is so cool. This is so cool.
Didn't your mother
Catwoman.
teach you to knock?
Hi.
Behind you, big boy.
What? Uh-oh. I don't think so. Whoa, that could have gone really bad.
Payday.
Come on, Batman. You got this. I am blown away. This is just beautiful. No, you do not. Oh. Whoa. Hey, it's okay, guys. I'm a good guy. They should know that.
If you want to be intimidating, you're succeeding. Criminals are becoming afraid of you, so are the police.
It's a scare tactic, Al. Just a performance.
I love how this is flashback mixed with current.
Without a scratch.
So far. That doesn't belong to you.
I was wondering if we'd cross paths.
You broke the law. Here I am.
Cut the shit. The law. Don't tell me that's why you do all this. Squeeze into a suit, tie on a cape. Most people dressed up like that end up in Arkham.
Gotham needs a hero. Someone to hunt down people like you.
So that makes me, what? A villain? Sounds fun. Gotta admit it, though. You give a good chase. One day you might actually catch me.
I reckon
Tonight.
so. Yes.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Then let's put you in a cage.
Wow. He sounds so
Bring
cool.
it back.
Oh, what? Wow. This is really cool. I'm actually glad I picked the yellow, because the yellow does look cool. Yikes. No! Batman! I guess it's not his fault. Come on. Oh. Oh, wow. We broke her glasses and she just broke our face, I think. looks really good. Oh. What's he gonna do with her? Just throw her around like a rag doll. It's not nice, Batman.
It's over.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh, what is that thing? That's not good. Oh, I'm trying. I'm not very good at those things. Wow.
Two of them now? Jesus! I got it!
Wait! Do not shoot!
Still? She still wants more? Do you guys ever want Batman and Catwoman to get together? I think that would make a really good team if she could just be nice. I'm not too good at the QTE. Okay, nice shot.
Why go to all that trouble for this?
What is it?
Shit!
A myth can't be killed. You, however, are flesh and blood.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem, isn't it?
God
What?
damn it!
Oh my god!
No! Wait!
That's how we got that scratch on him. That's what Alfred's fixing up. Oh wow. Wow. Ooh. That is rough. Whoa. He's gonna save her. Then why do that? Only why shove her up only to save her? Wow. I shouldn't save her, but I want to. Wow. That's amazing. I'm so impressed.
Guess I was wrong about you catching me. Not sure if it was for my sake or yours.
Oh.
Don't struggle or you'll fall.
Oh, but that's what you crave. The struggle. I know men like you.
Do you? I don't think so.
I bet.
A little parting gift. Kitty cat scratched. Oh, he's got a... That's really bad.
Step out of the shadows and be Bruce Wayne tonight.
Oh, that's a much harder fight.
Don't let tombstones be your family legacy.
Well then,
Oh.
time to save the city.
Straight from the action into a party. I see. This has been really good so far. I've loved it.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. A humble district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed under Mayor Hill's authority. But I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. Together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city. If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce. That's what I'm thinking as well.
Hi, Bruce.
Well, I tee him up and he knocks him down. That's how Mr. Wayne and I do business. Thank you again, everyone, for your unwavering support. Together, we will change Gotham.
Cheers.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Now, I
Wow.
know this is the biggest mansion in Gotham, but I don't think you got lost on your way here. Where were you? I know you prefer the brooding billionaire angle, so the sooner we make nice with the donors, the sooner everyone will leave you alone.
Just working the night shift.
Yeah, well, then you're pulling a double. No one came here tonight to see me. Some champagne. They want to see the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
This shouldn't be painful. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, support Harvey Dent. We're the grease, they're the wheels. And they're rolling in enough cash and votes to help make Gotham a place for families again.
I'll do anything for Gotham. It's my home.
It's our home. This'll help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those. It always makes you sound like a used car salesman.
I don't like any
Which,
of
for the
these
record,
ones.
I have not been since before law school.
All right. How about, put a dent in crime?
Look at you. It's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, Come on.
He has a beautiful home. I love how the dresses have been reused by several of the guests. Drinking out of the bottle? Who's that guy?
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to
Bob and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband...
Voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family. If you believe in Dent, we believe in you.
Okay.
After all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
And we trust someone like you to lead this city to greatness.
Well, thank you. But we're all here tonight because we want to make a difference. And that's what it's going to take. Every single one of us. Not just me, not just Mr. Dent. Everyone.
Right.
Yes.
Of course.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know, like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
No, it's true. The Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
This city's luster faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall, that Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality to think so. That's how you get
Depends on the
creeps like
man.
this Batman.
I'd say it all depends on the man. Sometimes you need a person who will go off script.
Such as dressing up in a bat costume?
And taking out the criminals who ruin our city. Though the cape may be a bit much.
Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. And with Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum with a state-of-the-art mental health facility to help Gotham's most at-risk individuals. It will be dedicated to Thomas and Martha Wayne, in the hopes that their fate will never be repeated.
Yes.
After all your parents did for this city. Oh, to be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway. It was terrible. Truly terrible.
A tragedy like that at such a young age must have been crippling.
Well, then don't mention it.
If only
Don't bring
that
it up.
deranged man had gotten the right treatment, maybe... well, I don't like to think about maybes. And I'm sure you don't either.
Well, thank you. I wish my parents could be here speaking with you too.
And thank you, Bruce, for investing in the health of this city's future.
You have our support, Mr. Dent. Go get him.
We're on our way.
I wonder if we'll see much of that old couple.
Not saying I doubted you, but that went better than expected.
It is a night of ringing endorsements.
well, hello. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale. No reporters allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Well, you can ask me whatever you want at the
Keep it
press
off the
conference
record.
tomorrow.
Actually, I'm here for Mr. Wayne.
Tonight is strictly off the record. We can talk, but nothing gets written down.
I'm okay with that. I was just hoping to see what makes Bruce Wayne tick. This is quite the social event, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, come on now. It's so formal. Call me Bruce.
Well, Bruce, you've been going around pleasing everyone tonight. But how are you doing? You should enjoy your own party before all the champagne runs out.
Just between us, politics bore the hell out of me. Too many words, not enough action.
Didn't think you were the type to get his hands dirty.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I hope that's
Mr.
gonna work
Wayne,
out fine.
You've got something on your collar.
Blood, right? Yep.
Is that blood?
I
yeah.
cut myself shaving. Yeah,
It
I knew
looks
that would
like-
come up.
Oh, this? No, it's nothing. It just, cut myself shaving.
What, your butler didn't help you this time? Hey, kidding, kidding.
Do excuse me, Master Bruce, but another guest has arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
Oh, he doesn't look friendly.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vale.
He's a bad guy. I know it.
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall.
Oh,
This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham, for all of us. Look, at least hear him out before you kick him out. Falcone requested to speak with you directly.
Jesus, Harvey, inviting a known criminal to your fundraiser doesn't exactly look good for your squeaky clean image.
Let me worry about that. A word of warning, Bruce.
Please.
Play nice.
Right.
You know, I've been in the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it.
Sully. That's...
Though the decor offends my eyes. Oh, man, all flash, no class.
Let's talk privately, shall we?
Hey, I like this guy. Ready to do business before we even introduce ourselves. But we'll get to that. Carmine Falcone, thank you for welcoming me into your home.
That's Sully, right? From Uncharted, for sure.
You're
I
a
don't like this
respectable
guy.
man, I hear.
I don't like
Bruce
him.
Wayne.
I know who you are. The guy who's gonna sell me his house.
Oh, I don't think so.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more comfortable in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
You
I
should
don't
know,
like
Mr.
it.
Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple what Mayor Hill had...
Wow.
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few minutes. Have a drink, have a talk.
We talk alone. Just you and me. Sorry, Harvey.
Yeah, I'll get a drink or something.
Oh, I hope that was right.
Christ.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Yeah, well, that's just like Harvey, huh? Wants to make sure the rules are followed. But in my experience, there's the law, and there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will.
Well, I would say you can uphold the law and still do what's right.
To a point. No one gets remembered for staying in the middle. I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne. Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is. So, let's talk relationship. Chalk this for me. Be a pal.
What the hell?
I can get Harvey the mayor's seat. Or I can pull it out from under him.
I'll play along with his game.
Okay, imagine this is me. And these are all my friends in Gotham. The businesses, restaurants, clubs, docks, unions, politicians. If Harvey gets elected. That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home, hoping to make a new friend. One who can help Mr. Dent see the light, if need be. Between your businesses and mine, I bet we employ half the city. Now, we got a good thing going, so I don't see why we shouldn't team up.
Oh, I'm everyone's friend.
Which means you're really no one's. Pick a lane before you have a head-on collision. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere inside that tuxedo you understand this situation. Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
Whatever you say.
You're a good kid. You look like him, you know? It's nice that we understand each other.
Oh, I'm just playing along with you, buddy.
Master Bruce, your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Hey, I appreciate the hospitality, Mr. Wayne. But I don't think I'll put an offer on the house. A nice guy like you should have a nice place to live.
Thanks.
I'll be seeing you, Bruce, while this city's still standing.
Bye. Don't like him. Don't like him. Oh, that was our first part, I think. Little introduction. We've met a few different characters in there already. I'm forming opinions about them, and I don't like Falcone. I can see him being an enemy for a while. Poor Bruce, he seems very conflicted. He keeps touching the scratch that Catwoman gave him.
It's me.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa. I like the yellow. I'm glad I picked that. Oh, episode 1. I love that introduction. Realm of Shadows.
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with breaking and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Yes. What was on that? Retrieve the data drive.
Hold any water with the voters, or will it be perceived as a desperate attempt from a flailing campaign?
Oh, what is
to
this?
Take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians.
Oh, wow. This is going to be great to look into and read about different characters. Alright, let's find this data drive.
Nearly fell off a building for this?
What does it mean? Can he unlock it? He needs to... Okay, let's analyze this drive. That must be the movie tickets his parents. I'm pretty sure that's got something to do with his parents. Yes, definitely.
When he was presented with legislation that would have dismantled organized crime in the city, he vetoed it, killing Gotham's chance for a safe
Let's analyze this drive. What is that? Wow, that is some cool chair. Mine doesn't do that, just letting you know. It's got a lock on it. How can we open it though?
Encrypted.
I knew it.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theatre. And yet I always find you here.
It's a great room,
in a
and my
dark,
chair pops
damp
up.
cave. In front of a computer.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Perhaps
Sure,
you
I
should.
can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle.
Wow, this is cool. Whoa, what's that? Wow. Oh, that's really cool.
This is a map of the East Side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
The same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zellerback away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone.
Good.
I would have been
Bad
tempted to be
news.
far less polite. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
It was a keep your enemies closer situation.
Yes.
Hopefully not close enough to stab you in the back.
No.
For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. No, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her.
Thanks for the
You can't
advice.
step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
I stay out of sight when I need to.
Define need to.
Whenever Harvey calls. That guy's exhausting.
Well, after the press conference tomorrow, I'll mark your calendar as exhausted then. The media isn't good for anyone's health. Yeah, I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent.
Shaving.
If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
Oh.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
Well, I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
Yes.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night. Though I'm not partial to heights.
All right. I don't think so.
Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
He's so nice. I like Alfred. Thanks. What's on the back? Park, 6 a.m. Oz.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed. You two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both were. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
Oh. Yes, Oswald. Very interesting. I think we all know who Oswald turns out to be. Cobblepot Park, 6:06 a.m. Jeez, it's early. Wow. Oh. I wonder if we get to control little Bruce. Oh, we do. I like this. I'm actually really enjoying this game. Can I talk to this poor man? No. I love that they just put him there and I cannot interact with him. Armstrong, what does that mean? Where is this guy? Oh my goodness. Oh, that poor fella. I think he's been drinking though. He should probably stop drinking. I'll give him some money. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Poor guy. That's sad. I wonder if I can help everybody. I'd like to give everybody some money. He doesn't really fit in with the rest though, does he? What's that? Running late, meet you by the statue. I don't...
It's a statue, but no Oz.
No, this is a trap. This is going to be a trap. He's not running late at all. I wonder what the point of looking at these objects are. I'm not sure if it actually does anything. Who's that guy? Smoking man.
Hey.
Beat it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. I don't get some of these things. Cobblepot Park. 27th of
Well, that
September.
isn't what it used to be.
No. Most things are not. This place has just turned terrible, hasn't it? I was going to say, he must feel a bit nervous or scared being here in this crime-filled city, but he's Batman, so he's not scared. And here comes Oz.
Watch wallet cash.
That's that guy!
Screw you.
Excuse me? I was...
You heard him, man. The hell are you waiting for?
Go ahead. Try and take it.
The hell do you say? End him.
I don't think so.
Gentlemen!
Oz.
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And You're ruining the moment! Come here. Think that'll do?
Wow. I knew that these guys were trouble. Whoa.
Stay down.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. Unexpected. Thanks, Oz. Okay, so he's not too bad for now.
This a nice place. No lives like you don't belong.
Oh. 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 Oh boy, that was
This
rough.
is my park. Mine.
Whoa.
You hear that? Oh, hey Bruce. You've got a little
So do you.
Yeah.
You got a bit
Good
more
as
than
new.
me.
Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh?
Well, thanks for the backup.
I yanked you away from your bloody ivory tower, Bruce. Least I can do is make sure you don't get shanked.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you in, mate.
First time for
Right
everything.
now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit.
It's a shame what happened. It was beautiful once.
Yeah.
And now it's a hellhole. Last thing my parents ever built. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune. There's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
He's got a tragic past.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did. Hobnobbing parties, round-the-world vacations, unlimited potential.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself.
Of course.
Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. I never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cash and corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And... it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement.
Wow.
Sorry, mate.
Wow.
This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned.
Yeah, you think?
Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, no? A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. And I'm here to let it in.
Uh-huh.
Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down.
Right.
Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
That remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
It won't be your side. I'm
Good
sorry.
seeing you, Bruce, but I got some rocks to collect. Cheers.
Right. It's a nice little catch up. 20 years. It's thanks for the reunion. Press conference. Car waiting on south side of park. All right. Busy day awaits. A busy day already. So we're back at home. I believe that's our home. Future home of Thomas and Martha Wayne Memorial Hospital. Actually, that's not our home, is it? That's a nice car. That's Bruce.
Mr. Wayne, over here, right here.
Oh.
This way.
Bruce!
I wouldn't know how to... Oh, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi. He's a confident
Morning,
man.
Mr. Dent. Hey, Bruce, you mind if we swap cars? I mean, mine isn't fast and the paint's rusting off, but boy, does she have charm.
I don't think
We
so.
didn't bring you all out here to discuss cars, honestly. Now, we're here about Arkham Asylum. Ever since it opened its doors, Arkham has been a breeding ground for the criminally
Alfred,
insane.
need to talk.
Its methods for rehabilitation, crude. Its security, lacking. And worse still, those who do get out, or God forbid escape, are even more dangerous than before they went in. Arkham Asylum is a cancer on Gotham. But today, with a sizable contribution from this man here, we break ground on a state-of-the-art mental health care facility.
Oh, that's
One that will
Arkham
improve
Asylum.
the well-being
I'm
of
so
Gotham
dumb.
and its citizens for years to
It's
come.
not our home.
Mr. Wayne has a few words he'd like to say. Bruce?
Oh.
My parents loved Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
They invested their blood, sweat, and tears in this city. You know, when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to see a movie about a hero in a mask. It was a hero who stood up to oppression and defended the people from injustice, no matter the cost. That night, my parents paid the ultimate cost defending me from a man who needed the kind of help this new facility will provide.
Let's put a dent in crime.
My
I don't want to
parents
say that.
were heroes that night, and we can all learn from their sacrifice.
Today, on the anniversary of that fateful night, we dedicate this facility to Thomas and Martha Wayne and usher in a new era of healing for Gotham.
I'm sure you all have plenty of questions about the new hospital, so let's open it up. You first, Miss Vale.
Thank you. With the opening of this new hospital, what does this mean for Arkham Asylum? What happens to the old building?
We should tear down the walls and erase it from the map. I don't want us lingering on past mistakes.
Yeah.
I want us to focus on Gotham's future.
Yes.
All right, who's up next?
What happened then?
You there.
Mr. Wayne, Julia Remark of the Tribune. My sources say you welcomed alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone into your home.
No.
You even shook his hand.
Well... Oh...
Harvey is the one who invited him.
Uh-oh.
Personally, I would never welcome that man into my home.
Oh no.
Anyone else have a question?
Please keep your questions on topic, people. We're here about the hospital, remember?
What's going on with Alfred? Urgent. GCPD.
But Mr. Wayne, this morning the Globe received evidence of an offshore bank account managed by Carmine Falcone and your father, Thomas Wayne.
What exactly are you implying?
Transactions connected to organized crime, going back years, and continuing to this day.
What?
The paper trail ties your family directly to the mob.
No.
Care to comment?
That's not true.
And did anyone else receive this evidence?
The Globe, the Gazette, we all did. Mr. Wayne, is all your money dirty?
That's
Is
not
the
true.
Wayne family legacy built on lies?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
How long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Oh no.
Could the allegations
It's
be
all
true?
gone
What are you
wrong.
telling us?
Does the mob sign Wayne Enterprises paychecks?
My parents were entrepreneurs, philanthropists, not common criminals. It's absurd.
Mr. Wayne! Mr.
It's
Wayne!
gone
How
wrong.
long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Could the allegations be true?
No.
Did you know about this,
Oh
Bruce?
my
What are you telling
goodness.
us?
I'm sorry about this, Bruce.
This has gone
I don't know where it's coming
crazy.
from. Damage control's my territory. We'll talk later.
Everyone,
Oh,
everyone, please
no.
settle down. I'll be fielding your questions from here on out.
This is bad.
Please, let's try to keep this
I
civilized.
think Alfred's calling.
Bruce, I've been trying to reach you. The police are inside the manor.
What? This has gone nuts now. Oh no. Meet the press. That didn't go very well. That did not go well at all. I don't know who gave the press that information, but obviously it's false. It's not true. All I can think of, it's one of those people that we've met so far. So it's either Miss Catwoman, our good old friend Oswald, or perhaps even Falcone himself, who I'm pretty sure is voiced by Richard McGonagall, who also voices Sully in Uncharted. So that is really cool. I love Sully, but I don't like Falcone, so this is going to be a really love-hate character for me. I really enjoyed this first episode. It was a lot of fun. I've never played a Telltale game before, and this is a great one to start with so I can immerse myself in the world of Batman and learn more about the characters and the background. The style is gorgeous. It's just like being in a living comic book, so that is just so up my alley. I'm loving it. The combat is different. It's easy. It's just the push of a button or a flick of a button. So that's, a breeze. So I love that they haven't put a lot of emphasis on the combat. It's more just about telling the story and making your own choices, which in turn change the story. And I love that too. Any game that has multiple different endings or you can take your own direction with, they are my favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying Batman the Telltale Series Part 1. Please make sure you look out for the next part. Until then, you have a wonderful day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.